Hi guys, welcome back to Little Big Workshop. I'm going to be making another video just to continue with the tutorial, maybe give you guys some tips and tricks as well as we go through our journey on building an awesome factory. Let's go. So we are back. We have our 2 employees. They're enjoying a cup of coffee, I hope. We have 2 workstations, 1 assembly, 1 wood workstation, and we also have a storage area. Hopefully today we will be going through how to finish off the in-game tutorial, how to add some more workstations, and also how to maximize the space that we have to make sure that we are a bit more efficient. But before we start, I would like to take you through some settings. We're going to go through options. This is basically going to assist us to play the game predominantly like a business and not have some of the additional smaller interruptions, if you can put it that way. So if you can double check for me, on your settings, you will see serious business mode under gameplay. You can toggle that on, and this will ensure that you won't have any interruptions other than that which is business related to your actual factory. Once we have that done, we can push circle to go back, and we can go back to resume. So the tutorial is now asking us to go to the market to look for additional products. Push L2, we're going into the market, and here you will find a number of different products that customers are requesting. So first of all, you can see the sandbox kit, and it identifies the tags just to give a rough idea of which equipment will be used. So we have that. You'll also be shown the different graphs for the supply and demand curve based upon where in the market it is, the cost versus the number of products or customers that it's requiring. So this one we can see the cost is 120 and the demand is 7 pieces. This part of the tutorial also shows us the attributes. As you'll progress further on, you'll find equipment has more attributes, but in the beginning we normally only have 2, which is strength and visual. And overall the product is very suitable. So obviously if the demand and the supply is met, we are able to sell it at the requested price based on the attributes that we meet. So we make sure that we meet the requirements that the customers are asking for. So this is the sandbox. We can go now to the doggo box, which is another product, and you'll see the attributes change there from 1 strength to 4 visual. It's quite simple, and it's also based upon the equipment that we have on site. So we can select this and we'll push square to plan the product. And then we're taken to the screen where we can pick the different pieces and based upon the different operations. Top right hand side, we can have a look that says current versus the target. The target is 1 and 4, so 1 on strength. And we'll select different material types to meet those requirements. I'm going to pick here. We'll see that this material meets 1 and 3. And you will see that the green section of the typewriting corner also changes. The next step, we will select another operation to complete this. And we will also select 1 and 4 here because of the requirements that the target is being asked. So at the moment, based upon this, you can see that the current situation is 2 and 7. You can try to pick different materials, but as you can see, nothing is going to quite give us that right now until we get more options on our material. So we are going to link these operations to different equipment, and you'll pick X here. We'll select X on the link, and it will show you which equipment is best suited. Same here, the link. We'll also put it onto the wood workstation, and the assembly will then be placed onto the assembly station. All the requirements are met on the top left hand side, and now we can push square. Going through this, we can see that the operation should take us approximately 1 hour and 22 minutes to prepare 1. Let's select 7 as requested, and we can see it jumps to 8 hours and 21 minutes. We can select execute now and see how best we can produce these products. Again, don't forget, obviously we can select right on the directional pad to speed up time. We have incoming raw materials, That's just going to be placed on the yellow storage section. It's asking us now to inspect the workstation. And here we can say the job is going to take some time to finish, so let's have a look. It's asking us also to check the repair, and the various operations can be seen over here. This is where I'm going to take the opportunity to move the assembly into its own workstation, and let's see how it goes from there. So I'm going to go move, and we can move the assembly into this corner over here, and it's going to ask us again to inspect, and it's also requesting us to hire more workers. So hold down the R2, you'll see another pinwheel pop up, select workers, and there you can see the 2 workers that we currently have with their current rating, and at the moment they not even a full star yet. We can recruit additional workers. Under recruit, we go 1 under the operator, and we can go recruit. You can also see the salary that's going to be associated with that. So moving forward, we now have 3 workers, and we have an additional workstation. And let's push fast forward and see how quickly we can complete the doggo house. In the interim, I'm also going to place an additional storage into the added room. So let's go production, L2, select storage. We can place the storage down. Using R1 or R1, we can select which corner we would like to extend. And once you're done, we can select X. Incoming phone call, triangle X. Oh no, it's a disaster. The golems we have had is already sold out. He needs more. Let's go and make some more guardian numbers. So customer has now given us an additional contract for 6 pieces. We can push square. We can go down to the carved wood gnomes. We can plan the project, but since we've already done this, as you can see on the top left hand side, we can go immediately into square and execute the 6 pieces that was being requested. It's now asking us to prioritize this job because of its urgency that the customer needs it by. You can have a look and you'll see that this one has, the doggo house has no deadline, and the carved wood gnomes has 2 days. So let's prioritize this to move it up in terms of production. There you can see it's been prioritized now and is on top of the production list. Now it's asking us to complete both projects. Here we can push right again on the directional pad to speed things up and complete it within the deadline. Also take a note now that once we have more production and more materials to make and more products and more customers, this is where we will need to manage how best to produce these products based upon the customer's requirements or timeline. This is where we'll look at bottlenecks. This is where we'll look at the number of workers. We look at the maintenance of the actual equipment as well, which I'll discuss after this. We've completed all of them. We can push square and we can hold down X and we will deliver the 6 pieces. I'm going to push pause at this point. Here you can see the workstation starting to lose efficiency. If you push X on the workstation, you can see this yellow bar that says efficiency is 75%. This normally means that the workstation's been overworked and we will need to look at repairing the workstation to get it back to 100% efficiency. So you can click on repair, push X, and this will be added to the production procedure. While we're at it, let's have a look at this workstation as well. It's also, I'll put it on repair just so that it's done regardless. I'm going to push play again on the directional pad and let's go. Customer's got the gnomes, he's very happy and he's made payment. Fantastic, we can close. You can check the relationship at the bottom by pushing R2, going into the economic and statistics pin, and here we can actually have a look at client relations, pressing R1. And this customer plus the others, we can see what the relationship progress is. We have finally completed the product, and now we are going to go back into the market, go on to the existing product that we selected. You can see that the deliver option is now available, and we can hold down X to sell the product, taking into consideration the amount of profit we are going to make as well. By pushing R2, we can also look at the statistics of where we are in the game and what our milestones are. And now we've actually completed the tutorial. And this is now telling us exactly that we can progress forward, get more products, and build up a profit, in hope that we can obviously complete the bronze, silver, gold, and champion milestones. And that's it for the internal tutorial. Fantastic. Looking at our profit, I would like to now add additional workstations to make sure that we can work a bit faster, and then obviously work towards maybe changing the mood of the rooms, which also affects the work efficiency. Let's have a look at that before I close off. So going into L2, we're going into the shop. I would like to buy a second woodworking station, place it in the room, circle to cancel. So the other way we can see the mood of the room is -10. I'll explain to you how this works after we place the next workstation as well. L2, we can go to assembly station, and now we're going to have 2 of those as well. And you can see this room's mood is also -10. Mood basically affects how your workers work within that environment. If it goes red, they'll work a lot slower and they become inefficient. This is based off the noise of the room, the size of the room, how efficient you move in terms of falling over items, etc. So this is things we all have to take into consideration when planning a layout of the room. But for now, we can work on just improving the room using the following items. If we go to the shop, we go into decorations, you'll see that each decoration has a mood improvement stat, if you can put it that way. This one we have as -10, so I would like to get it above 0, and I would like to pick this one, so it's 15. Buying the dwarf palm, I'll place this in the room. Let's place it near the door or in the corner over here. That should be fine. I'll place another one here, and we can push circle. Now, place it in order for all of the items we've just procured. We'll buy all the new items and place them into the factory. And since I'm such a good boss, I'm now going to buy one more item for my staff, which is a breakpoint capacity vending machine. Let's have a look and place it into the break room. And this will help them also with regards to relaxing and obviously being able to not run out of stamina as quickly. This is another reminder that obstructions causes workers to work slower in the workshop, so we need to take this into consideration as well. So we have now 2 new workstations, we have 2 assembly workstations, some storage areas, and 3 employees. We can now go and accept the next job to build up our profit. As we progress, we will also be able to improve the building. We were able to add additional rooms, add additional workers, and make the plant more efficient. Go ahead, go and practice. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I look forward to the next video. All the best, guys. Ciao. Bye.